Some of your favourite plants can be grown at home easily without costing you any money, but there's a bit of a trick to it all. So I want to share the hints to filling your garden full of plants that provide colour just in time for next spring. Agapanthus have to be one of the toughest and easiest to grow plants, but how do you grow them? Well, it's quite simple really. Splitting these guys up with a sharp spade is the easiest way to go. Dig the full clump out first, then carefully cut through the clumps with a sharp knife. Try to keep to 2 to 3 plants per clump before replanting. Well, I've got to tell you, this is one of my prized possessions in the garden. The sacred lily of the Incas, beautiful white flowers through much of the summer months, and as soon as it's finished, it's time to dig it and split it. And that's what I'm going to do with this one because it's popped up in the garden bed and it's competing with the roses, doesn't need to be there. I don't know why I pick really hot days to get out and sweat it out digging these things out, but I always seem to do it. Simply lift this clump and break it apart with your hands. Then soak it before planting into the new planting holes around the garden with sea salt. It's tough and each plant is worth around $20, so it's well worthwhile making the effort. Now this is another sensational clumping border plant. It's Dioides, but this is a very special form called white tiger. Look at the white stripes running up and down this. It makes it completely unique, but it still produces these big, large Dioides flowers. They're a beautiful iris flower. Now, this one is a ripper when it comes to bordering things, so digging them out and splitting them up, it's a good idea. Lift this and grab yourself some secateurs. Its rhizomes are hard and it'll need a serious cut to break through the different stems. You split them into individual plantlets, and this is a plant that can go straight back into a good quality garden soil. Daylilies are sensational summer flowering plants, but these have just finished their flower. Before they produce any more, if I lift them and split them now, we'll have sensational flower from all the new plants next spring and summer. The strategy here is the same as the others. Gently lift the plant and then, on top of a table, carefully break the plant apart, separating individual plantlets. Each one has its own root system and will produce 2 to 4 plantlets. So this will make a lovely little clump by next summer, and then they'll hit full flower flush again. Now this really is a terrific way to build up numbers of some of your favourite flowering plants, these strappy leaf plants that grow so well. If you do it now, split them and pop them into the garden, you're going to get best results. And you'll see what I've just done then. I've cut all this extra foliage off now. This is going to ensure that there's no stress of these damaged roots trying to put moisture up into foliage. It'll keep it nice and compact and get it off to the best possible start. If you don't have daylilies or sacred lily of the Incas or maybe even agapanthus, but you know somebody who does, why don't you offer to give them a hand, dig them out and take a few plants home in the process and get your garden started. It's a great way to get growing.